Have you ever felt like your legs just aren't what they used to be? Like every step takes a little more effort, and stairs seem steeper than they did a few years ago? Most people blame it on getting older, and sure, age does play a role. But here's what most don't realize. It's not just about aging. What you eat could be quietly draining the strength from your legs. Every time you stand up, take a walk, or try to keep your balance, your muscles, joints, and bones are doing all the work. And certain everyday foods are making that job harder with each passing year. The truth is, your diet can either support your leg strength or slowly take it away. Many older adults unknowingly eat foods that trigger inflammation, slow circulation, weaken bones, and make muscles more fragile. The good news is it's not too late to make a change. With just a few smart food swaps, you can rebuild strength, ease stiffness, and keep your legs healthy and stable for years to come. So, which foods are quietly stealing your mobility? And what should you be eating instead to stay strong, active, and independent? Let's take a closer look at the 5 most common culprits and the simple changes that can make all the difference. Food number 1. Processed sugar. The silent muscle killer. There's something comforting about a little sweetness. A spoonful of sugar in your morning coffee, a slice of cake at a family gathering, or maybe a cookie after dinner. It feels harmless, even deserved after a long day. But what if I told you that this small daily indulgence could be quietly draining the strength from your legs? Many older adults live with weak muscles, stiff joints, and growing fatigue, never realizing that sugar may be playing a much bigger role than they think. You might assume sore legs and joint pain are just part of aging, but research a different story. Too much sugar in your diet gradually weakens your muscles, slows you down, and increases your risk of serious mobility issues. When you consume sugar, whether it's desserts, sodas, pastries, or even hidden sugars in packaged foods, your blood sugar spikes. At first, you may feel a quick burst of energy, but just as quickly, that energy crashes, leaving you tired, sluggish, and weak. Over time, this up and down pattern disrupts your body's ability to manage energy. Simple movements like standing, walking, or bending can start to feel exhausting, but it goes deeper than energy dips. Excess sugar triggers chronic inflammation, one of the biggest causes of joint pain and muscle loss. When inflammation becomes constant, your joints become stiff, swollen, and sore, especially in weight-bearing areas like your knees and hips. It also impacts your muscle fibers, making them less flexible and more prone to injury. That's why so many older adults struggle with persistent leg pain or heaviness, even without a specific injury. Then there's the issue of insulin resistance. As we age, our sensitivity to insulin naturally decreases. A sugar-heavy diet speeds up that decline. When your muscles stop responding to insulin, they stop absorbing essential nutrients like protein and amino acids, key ingredients for strength and repair. Without proper fuel, muscles begin to shrink and weaken. This leads to faster muscle loss, reduced balance, and greater risk of falls. Sugar doesn't just rob your muscles, it weakens your bones too. Most people don't realize that sugar interferes with calcium absorption, making bones more fragile over time. That means a minor fall could become a serious fracture, potentially threatening your independence. So what can you do? The answer isn't to give up all sweetness forever. It's about making smarter choices. Swap out white sugar for natural alternatives like honey, dates, or coconut sugar, which have a gentler effect on blood sugar levels. Fresh fruit can satisfy your sweet tooth while providing fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins to protect your bones and muscles. When cravings hit, try a square of dark chocolate, a handful of nuts, or a small bowl of yogurt with berries, instead of reaching for processed treats that offer nothing but empty calories. And watch out for hidden sugars. Even healthy packaged foods like flavored yogurts, granola bars, salad dressings, and even bread can be loaded with added sugar. Always read the labels and stick to whole, unprocessed foods that fuel your body for the long run. Because the choices you make today determine how well you'll move tomorrow. Sugar may feel like a small indulgence, but over time, it can quietly steal your ability to walk, stand, and live independently. Don't let something preventable decide your future. Take control now, and keep your legs strong, steady, and capable for years to come. Food number 2. Fried foods and fast food. The hidden enemy of your joints. There's no denying the satisfaction that comes from that golden crunch of crispy fries, the crackling skin of fried chicken, or the warm comfort of a deep-fried snack. These foods feel familiar, even nostalgic, often tied to celebrations, family dinners, or little moments of indulgence. But while they may satisfy your taste buds, they slowly chip away at your leg strength, stiffen your joints, and make movement harder with every passing year. Many older adults assume that slower mobility, aching knees, and heavy legs are just part of getting older. But the truth is, what you eat matters just as much as the years on your calendar. Fried foods and fast food are among the worst choices when it comes to your muscles, joints, and circulation, 3 key pillars of strong, healthy legs. When you eat fried foods, you're introducing your body to harmful trans fat zone of the most inflammatory substances in the modern diet. These fats not only contribute to weight gain but also fuel widespread inflammation, especially in your joints. Chronic inflammation is a silent destroyer. It leads to stiffness, swelling, and pain that make everyday movements like walking, standing, or climbing stairs more difficult. Over time, the damage adds up, weakening cartilage and raising your risk of osteoarthritis, a condition that affects millions of older adults and drastically reduces mobility. But the impact doesn't stop there. Fried and heavily processed foods also slow down circulation, making it harder for your muscles to get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. Poor blood flow can lead to leg cramps, ongoing fatigue, and a sense of heaviness that makes even short walks feel exhausting. For older adults, healthy circulation is vital not just for muscle function, but for preventing serious issues like deep vein thrombosis, DVT, and peripheral artery disease, PAD, both of which can lead to dangerous clots and limited mobility. Another major concern is weight gain. These foods are calorie-dense and nutrient-poor, and the extra pounds can directly burden your lower body. For every pound of body weight you gain, your knees absorb an additional 4 pounds of pressure. That means more pain, less movement, and greater strain on your joints. It's no surprise that seniors who regularly eat fried foods often struggle with joint pain, instability, and a higher risk of falls. Excess weight also speeds up cartilage breakdown, the cushion that keeps your joints moving smoothly. As cartilage wears away, movement becomes not only painful but potentially disabling. And perhaps one of the most overlooked effects of fried and processed foods is how they impact bone health. These foods interfere with your body's ability to absorb essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, both critical for strong bones. Over time, this can lead to lower bone density and a higher risk of fractures. For older adults, a single fall can change everything, turning daily routines into painful challenges and stripping away independence. But the good news is, you have the power to take control before that happens. Instead of relying on fried foods, choose healthier cooking methods like baking, roasting, or steaming. Swap out processed oils for healthier fats like olive or avocado oil, which support joint health instead of sabotaging it. When cravings hit, try nutrient-rich snacks like roasted chickpeas, a handful of almonds, or homemade bites that fuel your body rather than inflame it. And when eating out, opt for grilled or steamed dishes over deep-fried options. These small changes add up, and the effort you invest in your diet today will pay off in stronger legs, better movement, and a deeper sense of independence tomorrow. What you eat can either heal or harm, strengthen or weaken. The choice is in your hands. Let your food be a source of energy and movement, not pain and limitation. And the next time you're tempted by something deep-fried, ask yourself, is it worth trading away your strength? Because that choice could decide how well you walk, move, and live in the years to come. Food number 3. Processed meats. Chipping away at your strength. One bite at a time. For many people, processed meats are a familiar and easy part of everyday meals. A quick ham and cheese sandwich for lunch, sizzling bacon in the morning, or a hot dog at a summer cookout, they've been staples for years, tied to routine, comfort, and tradition. But behind the flavor and convenience, these foods may be slowly robbing you of the strength you need to stay active and independent. As we age, maintaining strong, functional muscles is key to mobility and freedom. Yet the very foods that seem to fuel us can quietly be draining that strength away. Bacon, sausage, deli meats, and hot dogs are loaded with preservatives, sodium, and harmful additives that work against your body's ability to move and perform. One of the biggest concerns is their high sodium content. Too much sodium causes water retention and swelling, which can leave your legs feeling heavy, stiff, and slow. Over time, this constant strain weakens your muscles, making it harder to stand for long periods or walk comfortably. Older adults who regularly eat high-sodium diets often experience muscle cramps, joint pain, and even numbness in their legs, all of which make daily movement more difficult than it needs to be. But sodium isn't the only problem. Processed meats are also powerful inflammation triggers. Preservatives and nitrates used in these meats fuel low-grade, chronic inflammation that quietly breaks down muscle tissue and joint health. That inflammation doesn't just cause stiffness and discomfort, it makes simple tasks like climbing stairs or rising from a chair harder and more painful. And the damage doesn't stop there. Ongoing inflammation accelerates long-term muscle loss, robbing you of the strength and balance you need to stay mobile as you age. Another overlooked danger of processed meats is how they interfere with nutrient absorption. Your muscles rely on high-quality protein, iron, and essential vitamins to stay strong and resilient. But the chemical-heavy nature of processed meats blocks your body's ability to absorb those nutrients. Instead of nourishing your muscles, these foods leave them underfed and underpowered, gradually weakening over time. If you want to protect your strength and reduce the stress on your joints, it's time to move away from processed meats and toward healthier, nutrient-rich options. Choose fresh, unprocessed meats like grilled chicken, turkey, or fish. These offer clean protein without the additives. Add in plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds, which are packed with muscle-supporting nutrients. Love sandwiches? Opt for freshly cooked meats instead of pre-packaged deli slices. Pair them with whole grains and fresh veggies for a balanced, body-supporting meal. The food choices you make each day directly impact how well you move, how steady you feel, and how long you can stay independent. Processed meats may be convenient, but they come at the cost of something far more valuable: your strength. Choosing better options today means stronger legs, better balance, and more freedom to stay active for years to come. The decision is yours, and your future self will thank you for it. Food number 4. High sodium foods. Quietly stealing your leg strength. Salt has always had a place at the table. It's sprinkled on eggs in the morning, stirred into soup at dinner, and hidden in countless packaged foods that make life a little more convenient. But what if this simple, familiar ingredient, something so small and routine, was quietly working against you? What if the very thing that adds flavor to your meals was slowly draining the strength from your legs, making it harder to move, stand, and stay steady with each passing year? Many older adults experience heavy legs, swelling, and muscle weakness and chalk it up to aging. But in reality, excessive sodium in your diet may be one of the main culprits behind these symptoms. It's not just about high blood pressure or heart disease. Too much salt directly impacts your ability to walk comfortably, rise with ease, and move through your day without struggle. One of the most immediate effects of a high-sodium diet is water retention. When there's too much sodium in your bloodstream, your body holds on to excess fluid, causing swelling, especially in the legs and feet. If you've ever noticed your shoes feeling tighter, your ankles puffier, or your legs heavier than usual, your body may be fighting to manage a salt overload. That swelling slows you down, makes everyday movement more tiring, and turns simple actions like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair into real effort. But the impact doesn't stop at swelling. Excess sodium also disrupts blood circulation. It narrows your blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and reduces the delivery of oxygen and nutrients your muscles rely on for strength and stamina. Poor circulation leads to fatigue, reduced endurance, and weaker leg after light activity. And perhaps most concerning is what sodium does to your bones. Most people don't realize that too much salt pulls calcium from your body, weakening your bones over time. For older adults, this is especially serious. Weak bones mean a small misstep could lead to a fall, a fracture, or even the loss of your independence. The effects may not be immediate, but over time, day after day, too much sodium gradually wears away at the foundation of your strength. What makes this even harder to avoid is that sodium is everywhere. It's not just in your salt shaker, it's hiding in processed foods, canned soups, frozen dinners, deli meats, condiments, and restaurant meals. Many people consume far more salt than they realize simply because it's added to so many foods without them knowing. But here's the good news. Reducing sodium doesn't mean giving up flavor. It means making smarter, more intentional choices. Start by cooking with fresh, whole ingredients. Use herbs, spices, and natural seasonings to boost flavor without adding salt. Try swapping regular table salt for options like pink Himalayan or sea salt, which contain trace minerals that support overall health. Most importantly, watch for hidden sodium in packaged foods, read labels, and choose low-sodium alternatives whenever possible. These small steps can make a big difference in how your legs feel and how freely you move. Your strength isn't just determined by age, it's shaped by the choices you make every single day. Cutting back on sodium is one of the simplest and most effective ways to reduce swelling, improve circulation, strengthen your bones, and keep your legs moving with ease. It's a small change that can lead to a stronger, more independent future. A future where you move with confidence, energy, and control. Food number 5. White bread and refined carbs, quietly stealing your strength. For decades, white bread, pasta, and other refined carbs have been comfort foods. Warm toast in the morning, a quick sandwich at lunch, or a bowl of pasta for dinner. They're familiar, convenient, and feel like part of daily life. But what if the very foods you've eaten for years without a second thought were quietly draining your energy, weakening your muscles, and making it harder to move with ease? Many older adults believe that declining mobility, heavy legs, and slower steps are just part of getting older. And while age does play a role, what most people don't realize is that their everyday food choices may be speeding up that decline. Refined carbs like white bread, pastries, and traditional pasta may taste good in the moment, but inside your body, they offer little nutrition and can actively work against your strength. The problem starts with how these foods are made. Unlike whole grains, which retain fiber, vitamins, and minerals, refined grains are stripped of their natural nutrients, leaving behind nothing but empty calories. When you eat white bread or a plate of regular pasta, your body quickly breaks it down into sugar, spiking your blood sugar levels. That quick surge might give you a burst of energy, but it's always followed by a crash, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and weak. Over time, this spike and crash cycle chips away at your endurance and makes everyday movements more draining. But the damage doesn't stop there. A steady diet of refined carbs promotes chronic inflammation, one of the biggest threats to muscle health and mobility. Inflammation stiffens your joints, weakens your muscles, and makes your body feel heavier than it should. If you've ever struggled with lingering leg pain, constant fatigue, or difficulty climbing stairs, your diet could be playing a bigger role than you think. Unlike whole grains that fight inflammation and support muscle repair, refined carbs do the opposite. They feed inflammation, making it harder for your muscles and joints to function the way they're meant to. And one of the most serious long-term effects? muscle loss. As we age, holding on to muscle becomes more important than ever for balance, strength, and independence. But when your body is constantly flooded with refined carbs and starved of proper nutrients, your muscles don't get the protein and amino acids they need. Without that fuel, they start to shrink. Movements that once felt effortless become harder. And before you realize it, simple tasks, getting up from a chair, walking through the grocery store, carrying a bag, feel unexpectedly difficult. The good news? It's never too late to turn things around. Choosing whole, unprocessed carbs over refined ones can make a real difference in your energy, strength, and ability to move with confidence. Swap white bread for whole grain or sprouted grain bread, which delivers fiber and muscle-supporting nutrients. Replace refined pasta with options like quinoa, brown rice, or whole wheat pasta foods that offer slow-burning energy without spiking your blood sugar. Pair these smart carbs with protein-rich foods and fiber to keep your body fueled and your muscles strong. Your legs are the foundation of your freedom, and what you feed them today determines how well they'll support you tomorrow. Weakness isn't a guarantee of aging. It's often the result of silent choices made over time. But you have the power to choose differently. By making conscious decisions at each meal, you can protect your strength, preserve your independence, and keep moving with ease for years to come. Every bite is a chance to fuel your body or deplete it. The choice is yours. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime of memories. They've supported you through long workdays, walked beside loved ones, and taken you on adventures near and far. But as the years pass, you may start to feel them slow down, less steady, less strong. Many people accept this as an inevitable part of aging. But the truth is, your mobility isn't just shaped by time. It's shaped by the choices you make every day. The foods you put on your plate have a powerful influence on your future health. They can either nourish your muscles, bones, and joints, or slowly take away your freedom to move with ease. The loss of leg strength that so many older adults experience isn't just about age. It's often the result of years of eating foods that promote inflammation, weaken muscle tissue, and drain the body of essential nutrients. The good news? No matter where you are in your journey, it's never too late to change course. Imagine waking up each day confident in your ability to move without pain or struggle. Imagine walking upstairs without hesitation, enjoying long strolls with family, and standing tall free from discomfort. This isn't a distant dream. It's a real, achievable outcome. But it starts with action, and that action begins with what you choose to eat. If you've spent years eating foods high in sugar, trans fats, sodium, and artificial additives, your body has likely felt the toll, maybe in the form of heavy legs, frequent cramps, swelling, or persistent aches. Maybe you've started avoiding certain activities because they feel too hard, too tiring. These struggles may seem small at first, but over time, they can chip away at your independence. The ability to walk freely, to stay upright, to move without fear of falling, these are things many take for granted until they're gone. But it doesn't have to be that way. With a few intentional changes, you can begin to rebuild, choosing whole, unprocessed foods, prioritizing lean proteins, healthy fats, and nutrient-rich meals. These aren't just better habits. They're tools that help your body restore strength, regain flexibility, and protect your legs from further decline. It's not about perfection. It's about making better choices, one meal at a time. Your legs have supported a lifetime of moments, and they can carry you forward into the next chapter. But their care is in your hands now. Will you let poor food choices steal your strength? Or will you take control of your future? The choices you make today will determine whether you remain active and independent or find yourself relying on others for even the simplest movements. Choose health. Choose strength. Choose a future where you keep walking, keep moving, and keep living life on your terms. Because your legs are your foundation, and they deserve to be strong. These lessons are here to inspire you to live fully, boldly, and well. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one insight you've gained and how you plan to put it into practice in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey. If you found value in this video, leave a comment with a 1. If not, feel free to share a 0. Your feedback means the world to us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and here's to living life your way.